Hi guys, how are we doing? This is Julian Mason. So I just wanted to make a short video to speak about a very important topic in the field of protection, and that is awareness. Now, when I speak about awareness, I generally divide this subject into four main aspects, right? So 4 different types of awareness. The first type of awareness that I would speak about is personal awareness. So like the old saying goes, know thyself, know yourself, know what you're capable of, know how far you're willing to go, know how you deal with adversity, know how well you cope under pressure, know your adrenaline, know how you're wired, right? And learn to desensitize yourself to adrenaline. So, go and seek activities that do challenge you on a personal level, and activities that will act as a character x-ray, right? So find these activities that will tell you about yourself, right? So that you understand what sort of person you are, how you deal with pressure and all that. This is very important, right? This relates to personal awareness, because the emotional software needs to be on point for the physical hardware to be operational. In other words, you need to get your head right, because if your head is not right, you can be the best technician in the world, nothing is going to come out under pressure, right? So mindset is very important, and all this relates to personal awareness. The second type of awareness that I speak about is environmental awareness. Now, environmental awareness relates to your ability to draw an accurate mental map of your surrounding as you move about, right? So I'll give you an example. If you're about to go in another country and go to a restaurant with your principal or with your family, doesn't matter, because you're the protector regardless, you will do your due diligence and you're going to do a Google search of the area. Is it an area that's got a good reputation or not? So you need to do a threat analysis, right? And a risk assessment. You can do that online. You can start doing that online, right, before you go there. And then once you have done that and you're about to get into that restaurant, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to map the entry and the exits, secondary exits. So you're going to look at where the waitress or the waiter or the waitress is coming out, because that door leads to the kitchen, and the kitchen has got a back door that leads to the secondary exit, right? So you want to map that straight away for your extraction plan, so that if anything happens, you know where to extract yourself, your family, or your principal, right? You're also going to do something that I call strategic positioning, right? You're going to position yourself in the most strategic place, which means that you're going to position yourself and your family or your principal next to the secondary exit or next to the primary exit, so that you can really quickly extract yourself and your family or your principal, right? The second thing is you're going to position yourself in a way that will favor your observation. So generally with a wall in your back, so that you don't need to worry about what's behind you, and you can maintain a high level of observation, okay? Good peripheral field of vision. You're also going to position yourself on the chair that allows you to move rapidly. So you don't put yourself in a corner where you're blocked by somebody else and you need to disturb 2 people before you can get up, right? When I take my family to places and we sit, everybody in my family knows which one is my sit, because they understand that I'm the protector and this is my job to sit in that place, right? So this relates to environmental awareness. Also drawing, like I said, a blueprint of the place where you're getting, see the overall shape of the room and the place, where the walls are, what kind of walls are there? Are they offering you concealment or concealment and cover? This is very important, right? So this relates to environmental awareness. The next type of awareness that I speak about is situational awareness, which now relates to the situation, right? So you're gonna have a basic head count, how many men, how many women, how many people are there, right? Look at the way people are dressed, try to gather as much information about people. Motherfucker, people don't know how to drive. Try to gather as much information about the people, right? And keep you're cool in all situation. Check how many people, how many men, how many women, right? And who is doing what and who is saying what. So even if you're having a meal with your family, you should notice the waitress that almost dropped a plate as she got out of the kitchen. You should notice the old loved up couple that's drinking wine over there. You should notice the group of 4 or 5 young lads that are drinking beer and being loud over there. And you should notice the guy that just got in there with a big bomber's jacket, sweating his head off with a rucksack, looking around paranoid when everybody else is wearing t-shirt in full summer, right? You should be able to spot all these things. This is situational awareness. Now, the last type of awareness that I would speak about is behavioural awareness. And this relates to the behavior of people, right? Your ability to spot behavioral red flags in people so that you can recognize a potential threat before it manifests into a threat and physically remove yourself from the situation so that you do not need to escalate the level of force, right? Because in close protection, if you have to escalate the level of force, then you failed at your job miserably, right? It's all about prevention. It's all about creating an environment that is very unattractive to troublemakers and criminals, right? So behavioral awareness is your ability to spot those behavioral red flags, right? But it doesn't stop there. Behavioral awareness is also your ability to spot your own mental, emotional triggers and mental processes, right? So think about it now, right? These 4 different types of awareness that you need to focus on, and I only scratched the surface, right? You need to focus individually on each and every one of those in order to be proficient at your job and to be a good protector, right? So think about it. 1 second, I gotta get my exit. If people let me out. That's it. Good lad. So yeah, guys, this is how things need to be assessed, right? And when it comes to dynamic risk assessment, I like to use something called the OODA loop, right? The OODA loop is the OODA. It's a loop of orientation. It's a loop of observation, orientation, decision, and action, right? So what you're doing is you're observing your environment, you're observing the situation, you're scanning the environment for unusual behavior and anomalies in people, in situations. And if you see anything, you're going to orientate your attention towards the source of interest or the source of agitation, right? And now you're going to gather information about the situation to determine whether there is a threat, whether action is needed, or you need to move, or you need to do something, right? And based on the information that you gather, you're going to make a decision, right? Once you've gathered enough information and you make your decision, you're going to act upon that decision, right? And once you acted upon that decision, you're going to assess the result of your action, right? So you're going to observe the result and orient it, and once again, gather information, make a decision, and act upon your decision. This is how things work, right? So when it comes to awareness, this is generally the sort of thing that I speak about. This is the sort of thing that you want to focus on. Focus on personal awareness, environmental awareness, situational awareness, and behavioral awareness. Carry out your risk analysis and your threat assessment, right? And when things happen, you need to know how your dynamic risk assessment is working in your mind, right? That is it, folks. I hope it helps. Sorry for being interrupted a few times by rude people on the road. I think we all know that. Anyway, guys, take care.